Okay, in the last section here, we just finished doing our poke face and we pulled up. It was automatically selecting what was poked, the point at the center to create our knuckles. And we're going to tweak the model and then smooth the model out. So in Maya, we'll go to object mode, F8, frame, excuse me, F8, F for frame. So there's our funky looking hand. Again, if we use the 3 key, it's funky smooth, right? The 2 key gives us our shape, and then the 1 key is our basic model. So the 3 key, although it looks nice and smoothed out, it isn't actually smoothed out. You need to bake that smoothness into it. And how that's done is by choosing the mesh smooth. And by default it's set to 1 division level, but you could also make it much more levels all at once. If you did the smooth repeatedly, you would get the same effect. In other words, smooth and then smooth again. I'm going to hit the G key, right? So you do the same thing as hitting smooth with a division of 2 instead of hitting it twice. So you could choose either way, but when you're working, you'll go into smooth and then you'll Z out of it. So this is different from the 1, 2, 3, or the 1, 3, because this is just, you could leave it in this. It's not really modifying or changing the model. It's just a visual. Whereas the smooth is actually baking that smooth in, and it will be permanent. So you want to consider that. Before I close out, I wanted to show how I would choose to edit a model at this point. And it would be in the top view. So of our 4 view, right, we've got top, front, side, space bar over the top view, and then F to frame our model. And then I'm going to choose the vertex, and we can see that there's 1 point, right? But it's actually the point that's on the top and the bottom that we're grabbing in this scenario. So if I select, for example, those 2 points and then W, right, I can model my hand. So I could zoom in here and grab and quickly model the shape out very nicely, right? Notice if I click and drag, that's grabbing the top and the bottom, whereas if I just click, I'm only getting the top. So Z, click and drag gets both of those. So then we're going to go in and out, and you can move around the whole model, cleaning it all up. So for example, you could just come and grab, and so by clicking over 3 points, right, and then if you wanted to get only the top 2, you could hold either the shift key, which does a select deselect, right, or I like to use the control key, which does only a deselect. So notice now if I grab all of this, it'll only deselect. So control for deselect, whereas shift control for the modifying. So for example, in here I might choose to shift click to grab those points. See how I only got the top ones? Whereas if I click and drag over all of them and then control to deselect the points I don't want, and then I can really model that finger the way that it